Hi, Professor Wortman. It's Jessica from MSSC. All right, let's talk about design thinking. That part of the course really resonated with me, and I think it's really going to change how I approach this social entrepreneurship program and really the rest of my career in my efforts to make a social impact. So Abby taught us on design thinking or user-centered thinking or human-centered thinking, whichever term you want to use, but she taught us about the importance of using design thinking to really create the right product or the right service for the population that you're trying to serve. And the biggest thing, what I thought was the most important thing, is that when you are creating a product or creating a service, you can't go into the process without any assumptions or with a preconceived idea of what that product or what that service is going to be. Otherwise, it just totally blows it. I mean, what's the point of going to the user if you already have this idea in mind and you think that your idea is a winning idea and it's the only way or it's the best way, but you haven't really consulted the people whose lives you're trying to serve, the people whose lives you're trying to change. So that's the part that really resonated with me. And it's probably a lot harder than it sounds to go into something and not already have this idea of what it is, but to know that there's a population that you want to serve and go to that population and ask them questions, to learn as much as you possibly can about them and about their lives, and then use that information to create a product or create a service, take it back to them, see what they think, see if it's helping, see if it's satisfying their needs. If it's not, keep tweaking it, adjusting it based on the feedback that they give you, and go back and forth until you get it right, until you really get it right and get that service or that product right and it's really benefiting the user. This definitely changes my thinking because I'll be honest, I did have assumptions of what I thought would be the best thing that a student would need, an underrepresented student who doesn't typically go to college, what they need to get to college. But I don't have those answers. Those students, those lives I'm trying to change and the population of which I'm trying to make a big impact, they're the ones that have the answers. They're the ones that I need to listen to see what their needs are. So that way I can create a service for them that's actually going to work, that will get them to college, and not just get them to college, but to get them to graduate from college, to have a successful time in college, to have a career, to represent their community, and to really shift the college-going culture. Because if we can do that, if we can better educate our world, then we can end things like poverty, hunger, homelessness, if we can educate everyone and get them on the right path earlier rather than later. But again, I don't have those answers. The students that I'm trying to work with, that I want to work with, who I'm extremely passionate about and whose lives I hope to change, I need to work with them directly. I need to talk to them, see what their needs are, and from there, create a product or a service. College access program might not be the answer, but I'll let them tell me.